question. So third question, 73rd, is about Strait of Bab el Mandeb. So this is again a map based question, which is very important. So if you see this thing, this is Arabian Peninsula, this is Red Sea, this is a country Africa, this is Arabian Peninsula, continent Africa. So this is Red Sea, this is Gulf of Aden. Okay, so connecting these two, the strait is known as Bab el Mandeb. This is Bab el Mandeb. So Strait of Bab el Mandeb connects Red Sea with Gulf of Aden. Red Sea with Gulf of Aden. So option B is the right answer. Okay. So these are the other things. Okay, Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. These are all different entities. Okay, so here the answer is option B. Now we'll move to the 74th question. 92nd question. So it is about the countries that does not border with Red Sea. So this is once again a map based question. So if you see this map, so this is the Red Sea. Okay, this is the Red Sea. So the countries that border Red Sea are Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Yemen, Saudi Arabia. Okay, these are the main countries. If you see the question options, so Yemen is bordering the Red Sea. Yes. Syria, no, Syria is somewhere around here actually above Iraq. So here actually somewhere around here the Syria will be in the map if you extend this map. So Saudi Arabia, yes, Saudi Arabia. Sudan, so Sudan we have seen. Saudi Arabia, so Sudan, Saudi Arabia we have seen. So here not bordering Red Sea is Syria only. Hence option B is the right answer. So these map based questions are important. The Arabian Peninsula, the West Asian countries, so that area map. If you see the 17th question, it is talking about Houthi movement and Southern Transition Council. Okay. So here I would like to explain some geopolitical issues that is happening in the case of Yemen. Actually here the answer is Yemen only. If you see the map, actually you would be able to understand. So this is actually the country of Yemen, which is lying south to Saudi Arabia. So here actually there is a conflict almost like Sunni Shia conflict. So if here actually there are two, mainly earlier there were only two groups actually. One is the Houthis. Okay, they are actually, if you see this map, these Houthis are orange colored area. So the this part is mainly now they have control. These Houthis have control over this region. Next is this Houthi is actually a kind of rebellion, civilian rebellion. It revolted against the government. So and they occupied Sana'a, which is the capital of Yemen. Now to counter this Saudi-led coalition, actually Saudi-led forces actually supported the civilian government there, which is actually dominate control over this northern regions. Okay, through the Saudi government help, this rest of the Yemen actually started fighting with Houthi rebels. But at some point of time, what happened was, in the year especially 2017, this green part actually, these regions actually they formed a separate thing, which is known as Southern Transitional Council. Southern Transitional Council. This is formed in 2017, and they actually started declaring a separate territory. They wanted a separate territory. Away from this northern Yemen. Actually, though it was actually Yemen at the time of formation of Yemen in the 1990s. Actually, both the southern part and northern part were merged to form the country of Yemen. I mean, that was the agreement actually earlier. But because of some differences, what happened is, because of this political crisis also, this southern people started declaring as a separate entity, and they wanted full autonomy from the northern part. Okay, so that is about this Southern Transition Council actually. Even now also this movement is going on, and they proclaimed that southern region as a separate part, actually separate part away from outside of the Yemen. That is the thing. If you see the explanation, the Southern Transition Council is a secessionist organization in Yemen. 26 members of this STC, Southern Transition Council, include the governors of 5 southern governorates and 2 government ministers. Recently, the Southern Transition Council, a militia group that was fighting the Houthis as a part of Saudi-led coalition, turned against their masters and captured the presidential palace in Aden as well as the city's main port. Aden is where? Aden is this one. Actually, they declared Aden as the head, I mean, that capital thing of this is STC. Okay. So all these affairs are related to the country of Yemen. Hence option D is the right answer. Next question is Hodida agreement. So Hodida agreement is recently news. It is related to the affairs of. So actually, what is this? Is it is related to the country of Yemen. You might be aware of the thing. Yemen is undergoing a civilian crisis where the rebels called Houthis is fighting against the Saudi-supported civilian government. Okay, so it is a kind of civilian war, okay, between two groups. Okay, two groups. It is almost like an example of Sunni Shia conflict also. So it is happening over the past decade actually. So it has resulted in, it has thrown Yemen into under a severe economic crisis. Okay, the people there are suffering with hunger and all this poverty and hunger. So that's why United Nations has taken that initiative. So it has mediated a peace deal between the waging groups, that is the Houthi rebels and the Saudi coalition forces. Okay, as a result of which the forces actually the two forces withdrawn from that conflict area. So as a result of which the United Nations actually is sending some shipments, basically the food items, medicines, and all those things to the war-torn Yemen country. So that's why it has asked. I mean, this shipments is coming through the ports of Hodeida, Salif, and Ras Issa. Okay, that's how this was. So Hodeida is nothing but a port in. If you see this map, this is the Hodeida. If you see this map, this is the Hodeidah. So Hodeidah is a port city in Yemen. So Hodeidah, and also if you see the other place, Salif. Okay, this is the port of Salif. This is the port of Salif, and Ram Issa is also Ras Issa is also here. So through these ports, UN shipments will be entering Yemen. So that is about this Hodeidah agreement. Hodeidah agreement is related to the affairs of Yemen. This is very important question and very potential question. Potential for main examination. 71st question. So the first question is actually is about the area. Actually, it is asked area in Idlib province. Okay, the area Idlib province sometimes is mentioned in the news recently is located in which country? So here the answer is Syria. So if you see the map of Syria, this is thing. So it is the Idlib actually. This is the Idlib province in Syria. Why it is in news? Because so this ISIS leader Abu Bakr actually this man was hiding in this area which is actually under the control of rebels till then. So after US forces attacked this person, so he was hiding under a tunnel and he blew up this tunnel in order to what do you call while US forces approached him. So that is the news actually. So that is the news. That's why the question is asked on this current affairs issue. So Idlib province is located in the country of Syria. It is where the ISIS leader Abu Bakr's death took place. Next, we will move to the Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the founder of leader of the Islamic State, was hiding in a village in Idlib. So he was killed actually here. Okay. Now we'll look into the 31st question. The 31st question, question is asking about regions like Rojava, Afrin, Kobane, sometimes seen in news recently, are related to the affairs of which country? So this Rojava, if you see the map actually, okay, this region is this entire region is Rojava thing. So Rojava, it is an autonomous administration of North and East Syria. So North and East Syria, also known as Rojava. It is a de facto autonomous region in the northeastern Syria. It consists of self-governing subregions in the areas of Afrin. So this is Afrin. So this is Jazira. So like that. Okay, Raqqa. In these areas only. I mean, the Rojava province, Rojava autonomous administration contains all these sub-regions. So Afrin, Jazira, Euphrates, Raqqa, Tabqa, Manbij, okay, Deir Izzor. So all these things are actually some regions in the country of Syria. So this is mainly ISIS related current affairs issue. So in the aftermath of the article complete elimination of this ISIS, so now the surrounding countries like Turkey, Iraq are exerting their dominance over these regions. So in this aspect, current affairs, these areas are important. So here the answer is option A, that is Syria. Next question is about Persian Gulf. So Persian Gulf is a border of which of the following countries? So this blue region, I mean, if you are, this is all the Persian Gulf. So the countries bordering this Persian Gulf are Iran. So Iran is there. Even Iraq is there. Israel is not there. Saudi Arabia. This is Saudi Arabia. Yes, Saudi is there, and Qatar. Okay, this is Qatar. Qatar is also there. So we can eliminate Israel and we include all the other things. So 1, 2, 4, 5 is correct. Hence the answer is option B. Okay, even Oman is also there. So everything about West Asia, the map based questions regarding West Asia and Africa are very important. Okay. Next question is about, so next question is about the Strait of Hormuz. This is a map-based question once again. So recently UPSC make it practice of asking map-based questions in the civil service preliminary examination. If you see the map, so here the Strait of Hormuz is here. It is like in between the Gulf of Persia, that is Persian Gulf, and the Arabian Sea. Okay, the countries bordering are the country of Iran. So this is the Iran. Okay, this is all Iran. Next is in this Arabian Peninsula. Actually, it is the UAE and also the Oman. That is this Oman. Actually, these small things are actually part of Oman only. So the small enclaves are part of Oman only. So hence it is the Iran. This is the UAE, Oman. Uh, there is no Saudi Arabia here. So Saudi Arabia is not the thing. So Iran, UAE, and Oman. These are the countries which are located between the Strait of Hormuz. Okay. So that is the thing. Strait of Hormuz is located in between Oman, UAE, and Iran. Hence option B is the right answer. Now let us look into the 99th question. So regions like Bonab, Jahidin, Fardo, Natanj are sometimes in news recently after the affairs of. So everybody is aware of the things that tensions between USA and Iran has raised to a high because of these attacks. I mean USA killing of Iran's that revolutionary forces leader, and followed by Iran's shooting of some aeroplanes of which are belonging to the USA. So the rising conflict between USA and Iran is happening. So on this backdrop, various cities came into news. Bonab, Jahidin, Fardo, Natanz. This is the country of Iran. This map shows the country of Iran. I have taken this picture from the net, so which is published by BBC News. So here the various cities like okay, Bonab. In this picture, the cities like Natanz we can see, Fordo we can see. Okay, so Bonab you can see. So these are uranium. So Bonab is a research reactor. So nuclear sites are Fordo and Natanz. Okay. So all these are located in the country of Iran. So they are nuclear establishments. They are the places where Iran's nuclear establishments are present. Okay. So answer is option B. Now look into the 19th question. So 19th question is about Quds Force seen recently in news is related to the affairs of. Just now I have said, right, the Quds Force is a revolutionary, Islamic revolutionary god corps of the Iran. Okay, that Soleimani, Major Soleimani is also a leader of this Quds Force, was assassinated by US. Okay, in specializing this Quds Force is specialized in unconventional warfare and military intelligence operations. So mainly it will gather military intelligence and it will focus on foreign countries mainly. So here it is, answer is option C, that is Iran. Sir, come to the correct answer. Next is consider the following pairs. So here they have given about various peninsulas and the countries they are located. We'll see, actually map wise we'll see. This is about map of Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula is located in Spain actually. Okay, it is Spain. This is the Iberian Peninsula. So that is true. Next is Kola Peninsula. Kola Peninsula. Kola Peninsula. Actually, that is the Russia actually. So northwest part of Russia. It is present in northwest part of Russia. So Kola Peninsula is northwest part of Russia. Okay. Next is Sinai Peninsula. Sinai Peninsula. Sinai Peninsula is in Egypt. Okay. If you see this Sinai Peninsula, this is the Egypt. This is the extension of Egypt. This is the Red Sea. So this Sinai Peninsula is related to Egypt only. This is true. Next is Arabian Peninsula. So this is if you see this thing, so this is Africa, this is Asia, this is Europe, and this is the Arabian Peninsula. So where the Arabian desert and all those things are present. So this is the Arabian Peninsula. Next is Baja California. So this is Mexico, this is USA. So this Baja California, it is a part of the Mexico. Okay, this will separate Pacific Ocean from this Gulf of California. Gulf of California. So that is in US. Okay. So actually 1, 3, 4, 5 are correct. Okay. So sorry. Baja California is not in USA. It is in Mexico. It is in Mexico. So 5 statement is wrong. Okay. Next is 2 is also wrong. So answer is 134. Option is 134. This is the right answer. Next question is 25th. It is about various countries and their capitals. Okay. So the capital of Turkey is Ankara, not Istanbul. Though Istanbul is an important city in Turkey, it is not the capital. Syria is Damascus. That is true. Israel is Jerusalem, not Tel Aviv. So this is wrong. Lebanon is Beirut. That is right. Jordan is Amman. That is also true. 2, 4, 5 are the right answers. Okay. 2, 4, 5. So this can also be asked as a map-based question. So they can give these capital cities and arrange from east to west or north to south. So something also can be asked. So the question is, the question has asked like country capitals. So the question can be asked like anyways. Okay, even the countries can be given and they can be asked like to arrange in the north to south and east to west. So the questions like this can be asked directly in the prelims examination. Okay. So now we'll move to the 26th question. Now we'll see the 25th question. The question is about some places which are seen in news. Okay, Incirlik and Curesic air bases. So Incirlik and Curesic air bases seen recently in news are located in. These are located in Turkey actually. So if you see Incirlik, what is this Incirlik? Incirlik is actually place air base. It is a air base, a critical facility for American operations in the West Asia. Okay, and also Incirlik is actually, they contain some nuclear warheads. So yes, US nuclear warheads are present in this Incirlik air base because of the strong relations between US and Turkey. So Turkey is giving place for US to land to have their nuclear warheads in that air base. Okay, so in that aspect it is very important. Next is Curesic is a home for NATO's early warning radar against ballistic missile attacks. So if any country, nearby country, launches any ballistic missile, so this this radar, advanced warning radars, which are present in the Curesic, will warn the US about these attacks. So that's why these two are very important for US. These are US related things, or the NATO or US related these related places in Turkey, which are strategically, which are geopolitically are very important for US and the NATO. Okay, hence option D is the right answer. Now look into the 40th question. The question is asking about the seas that are bordering with Turkey. So it has given about 4 seas. So this is a map based question. So map based questions are very important. So if you see the country Turkey, it is this is the map actually, world map. So this you see the country Turkey. So it is bordered by various seas, that is Black Sea, Sea of Marmara, Aegean Sea, Mediterranean Sea. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seas are there. So Black Sea, yes, Black Sea. Caspian Sea, not Caspian Sea. If you see this map, if you could see the trace, this is the Caspian Sea. Okay, this is the Caspian Sea where Turkey is not bordered. I mean, Turkey is not around the Caspian Sea. So Caspian Sea is wrong. Mediterranean Sea, yes, Mediterranean Sea is there. So it is right. Red Sea is not important. Turkey. If you see the small map, Red Sea is this one, right? So this is the Red Sea. So it is not related to Turkey. Okay, hence Red Sea is also wrong. Here 1 and 3 are right. Okay, hence option C is the right answer. Okay, everything related to in and around Mediterranean Sea are very important, especially this Arabian Peninsula, Mediterranean Sea, Caspian Sea, Black Sea. So all this area of the world map is very potential scope. I mean potential area for framing questions. Okay, so here option C is the right answer. Now let us look into the 96th question. It is about various water bodies. So question asked, above water bodies are connected to which of the following? Which of the following sea? So this is a picture based map based question. So if you see this thing, this is Europe, this is Asia. So I mean these are, I mean, this is Black Sea, this is Sea of Marmara, this is Aegean Sea, and this is Dardanelles. So all these water bodies are connected to Mediterranean Sea, not Red Sea. Red Sea is not here, Caspian Sea is not here, Arabian Sea is not in this region. Red Sea is not, only Mediterranean Sea is related to these three things. I mean, they open to, this is Mediterranean Sea. Okay, they will open to Mediterranean Sea. So here answer is option here. This is a map based question. So again I am telling, so all the aspects which are in and around Mediterranean Sea, this West Asia, Africa, are very important, because these are mainly political issues, very common in news. Okay, so West Asia is hotbed for these political conflicts, international issues are, I mean, they are the source of international news. So questions can be formulated uh, based on maps around this region, and here answer is 9 for 96 question is answer A. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding Kaladan. So it is about the Kaladan multimodal transit and transport project. So now we'll see the in some information, then we'll solve the question. So Kaladan multimodal transit and transport project was launched in the year 2008. This year is important to some extent. The project first links, so this Kolkata in India to Sitwe port in Myanmar. So it is about Sitwe port. In the second statement, it said that it links Kolkata to Yangon seaport. It is not Yangon seaport, it is Sitwe seaport. That's why the statement 2 is wrong. Okay, now we'll see Sitwe port in Myanmar. Okay, across the Bay of Bengal. From Sitwe, the route will continue over the Kaladan River. Okay, now I'll show you the map of this project. So from Kolkata to Sitwe port, here is Sitwe port. From here across the river Kaladan, this is Kaladan. Okay, some 158 kilometers to Paletwa. Okay, Kaladan river to Paletwa, which will be continued to from Paletwa again international, mean some through highway. Actually it's a road link. So it is a sea ring. Actually it is a river link, and then it is a highway. So multimodal transit and transport corridor from Paletwa via Kaletwa into the Mizoram state. So this highway will pass actually. So in this way it will connect India within two interiors of northeast. So it will connect Kolkata to interiors of northeast via Myanmar. Okay, so it's an international route actually. Sitwe is the okay. Another important aspect is Sitwe is the capital of Rakhine state. So Rakhine state, Rakhine province, Rakhine Muslims. So this is very important in international aspects and current affairs aspects. So that's why I'm just linking up the two concepts. One is this Kaladan project and the Rakhine state. Okay, so you can remember it well if you link up the concepts, link up the issues. So this is about this Kaladan project. Now we'll see the other statements. The project aims to connect both India and Myanmar by sea and road routes. That is true, right? That is true. Next is it provides an alternate outlet to the landlocked northeast, which is heavily dependent on narrow Siliguri corridor. This is also true. Siliguri corridor is also known as chicken neck. That is a gateway to the northeast, but it is strategically very sensitive and region. So for connecting entire northeast, I'll try to show in this map. Okay, this is the Siliguri corridor. This is the northeastern states. Okay, so it is strategically very what do you call, very important region, as well as all the transport has to take place through this thing only. Suppose if anything containment or any what do you call goods has to be transported to this Mizoram, so it has to travel a long distance. So that can be avoided by this Kaladan project. So that is the what do you call importance of this thing. So it is strategically also very important. Okay, next we'll see. Here here which of the following countries share land boundaries with Vietnam? Okay, so this is the question. So as we can see this in the map actually. So land borders, Vietnam is sharing land borders with China, Laos, okay, Cambodia, not Thailand. See, this is actually Laos. So Thailand is not directly connected to the Vietnam. So Thailand we can eliminate. Rest of the thing 1, 2, 3 are correct. So here answer option C is the right answer. Okay. Here in this backdrop also we'll just know it shares maritime borders with actually. So Vietnam shares maritime borders with actually Philippines, okay, Philippines, and also Thailand. This is how Thailand, this is actually Gulf of Thailand, okay. So the with Thailand through Gulf of Thailand, okay, Gulf of Thailand, which is Gulf of Thailand. Next is Philippines, as I told. Indonesia is actually below. This is Indonesia, okay. This is Indonesia. And Malaysia also somewhere around here only, here this region only, Malaysia. So okay, its capital is Hanoi. So this is the thing. So maritime borders are different, land borders are different. Land borders is in the given in the question. I have also talked about, I have also discussed about maritime borders. So here the answer is option C, 1, 2, 3. Now we'll discuss the 10th question. So it is, the question has asked about given various sports and the country. So it asked which of the matches are correct. So if you see this thing map actually, so Chabahar Port actually it is located in the country of Iran. So Chabahar Port, Pakistan is wrong actually. Next, Gwadar Port is in Pakistan, right? So Gwadar Port is in not in Iran. So actually the statement should be given like Chabahar Port in Pakistan and Gwadar Port in, sorry, Chabahar Port in Iran and Gwadar Port in Pakistan. And Hambantota Port is in Sri Lanka. So this is correct actually. You see the other picture. So Hambantota is in Sri Lanka. Okay. Basically, why this question is framed, because these things are very important. Actually, the concept of string of pearls of China, string of pearls policy of China. Okay, it is this China is developing, building naval bases okay, across in and around the Indian Ocean region. Among these are various ports like Sitwi port, okay, in Myanmar, Hambantota, okay, this Gwadar port in collaboration with Pakistan and all those things. So these are the things actually. But Chabahar port is actually, it is an Indian collaboration. So Indian, Iranian and Indian collaboration, where it is to counter the string of pearls and to counter the Chinese, Pakistan's also. So, and Chabahar port is very important in connecting the hinterlands of the Central Asia and also Iran. Okay, so in that way, strategically, financially, commerce-wise, everything. I mean, in various aspects, this Chabahar port is important for India. Okay, so the answer is only option 2 is correct. Option B is right answer. Next, next question is about. So the description and asked about which countries suit into this description. So a former British colony located in the east of Pearl River operates under one country, two systems governed by basic law. So if you see this thing, it is the Hong Kong actually, Hong Kong. So it is a former British colony actually. While giving dependence to this Hong Kong, British actually gave it to China, but with the idea that all the administrative setup, political administrative setup will be like earlier thing. That is a kind of democratic setup. Okay, democratic setup, not that a communistic approach that is that is adopted in the case of China. That's why the concept one country, that is, it is a part of China only, but the two systems, that is the communist model and democratic model, both are working here. So it is a special administrative region of China with executive, legislative, and judicial powers devolved. So it is complete. Their powers are completely devolved from the national government. That is the China government. The Sino-British Joint Declaration provided for economic and administrative continuity through the transfer of sovereignty, resulting in executive-led governing system, largely inherited from the territory's history, that is, as a British colony. Okay, under these terms, the one country, two systems principle and the basic law of Hong Kong. Okay, what is the basic law? Basic law guarantees the most democratic rights to Hong Kongers that were denied in the mainland, such as free press and right to protest. So more democratic. That basic law ensures more rights, democratic rights to the citizens of Hong Kongers. So, and the east, it is located to the east of Pearl River. If you see, this is a Pearl River Delta. Okay, this is the Pearl River Delta. So this Hong Kong is located to the east of this Pearl River. That's why that is also applicable to the case of Hong Kong. Hence option B is the right answer. Go to 31st question. So it is about Indo-Afghan relations. So it is a question based on IR, international relations, and it is specifically about Indo-Afghan relations. Okay. So the first statement is about India helped Afghanistan in the construction of Salma Dam. Up to this is correct, but it is located on Kunar River. That is wrong. So actually, the Salma Dam is situated on River Hari in Herat province in Afghanistan. If you see this picture, so this is Herat. Okay, somewhere around it is Salma hydropower project. Okay, it is Herat. So through this picture, you can better remember these things. And the second statement is India agreed to construct Shahtut Dam on Helmand River in Kandahar province in Afghanistan. This is also wrong, because if you see, India agreed to implement some important projects such as the Shahtut Dam on Kabul River. Okay, it is also in Herat province only. So Shahtut Dam is constructed on Kabul River, not Helmand River. Okay, hence second statement is also wrong. So both statements are wrong. Option D is the right answer. In this context, I would like to tell you that this Salma Dam is also known as Afghan India Friendship Dam. It is inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So what are the other important major projects that are taken up in Afghanistan? Afghanistan are this Jaranj Delaram linking. So Jaranj Delaram, this highway project, okay, road linking project, one thing. New parliament building which is completed. Another thing is 220 kV transmission line from Pul-e-Khumri to Kabul. So that is also one of the things. Apart from this, there are many other developmental projects that are taken up by India in Afghanistan. So one need to have brief idea about these developments. So now we'll move. So we'll see the 36th question. The question has given some regions or states which are actually present in China, and it is asking about their earlier colonies of which countries. Okay, so this if you see the explanation part, so this Macau is a colony remained under Portuguese rule until 1999, when it was transferred to China. That means Macau is a colony of Portugal. That is right. Next is Hong Kong. Hong Kong becomes a colony of British Empire in the year 1842. The whole territory was returned to China in 1997. So hence Hong Kong was a colony of Britain. Next, Taiwan. So Taiwan island was colonized by Dutch in the 17th century. In 1945, following the end of World War II, the nationalistic government of Republic of China led by Kuomintang took control of Taiwan. Actually, it will we will study this in world history in GS paper 1 for mains. Okay, mains GS paper 1. This is there in the syllabus. So all these things, actually they are autonomous regions, especially these two, Macau and Hong Kong. Actually they are part of the China, mainland China, main China. So they are autonomous things. And this Taiwan, actually it is a separate region. Actually this all come under one country, two systems. Okay, the policy of one country, two systems. So even today, this Taiwan is considered a separate entity outside China by some countries, some Western powers. Okay, so that's why all this, the question is set on the backdrop of this one country, two systems of China and the issues associated with this, especially the recent rise in the issues, democratic issues of Hong Kong. So that is, the China is trying to exert its influence over Hong Kong, but the people living there, they want more democratic setup, which is against the communist regime. So on this backdrop, this question was framed. Hence, hence this okay. Uh, this Taiwan actually, sorry, I'm sorry, Taiwan actually, it's a actually Dutch. It is a colony of Dutch, not the USA. So hence, option 1 and 2 are only correct answer. Option B is the right answer. Next, we'll move to the 37th question. Next, we'll move to the 44th question. The question is about 38th degree parallel, okay, which is related to which are the following countries, okay. So if you see this map, it is again map based question. If you see the map, actually it is North Korea, it is South Korea. This is the actually military demarcation line, and actually that is 39th parallel. 39th parallel is nothing but it is the 39th degree north latitude, which passes exactly the middle of almost middle of this Korean peninsula, dividing the region into almost two equal halves, and this is actually in line with the almost in line with the real border line, okay, real border between North Korea and South Korea. So that is North Korea and South Korea division line is this 38th degree parallel, okay. It is actually 38th degree north latitude. So the answer here is, it is related to the affairs of North Korea and South Korea, not China and Russia. Hence option B, that is 1 and 2 are correct, okay. For 44th question, answer is option B. Next question is 46. So the term demilitarized zone is recently in the news in the context of the relations between which countries? So actually, it is also related to the North Korea and South Korea. So the 38th parallel and this demilitarized zone are related to North Korea and South Korea only. So as this is a current affairs based question, so two questions are framed on the same concept, but this is very important in the current affairs aspect. Okay, so this, as we have seen that this is the 39th parallel, which roughly divides the Korean peninsula into two, which divides the North Korea and South Korea, which forms actually border. So this is the actual border, and either side of the border there is a zone called demilitarized zone. Okay, the Korean demilitarized zone is a strip of land running across the Korean peninsula. The Korean Armistice Agreement actually tells us that it serves as a buffer zone. This demilitarized zone serves as a buffer zone between North and South Korea. It was created by agreement between North Korea, China, and the United Nations Command in the year 1953. The demilitarized zone is 250 kilometers. That is, from here to here, it is 250 kilometers long and about 4 kilometers wide. Okay, so the demilitarized zone is related to it is related to in the context of relations between North Korea and South Korea. Hence, option B is the right answer. Now let us see question number 76. So the question is talking about uh, North Korea's boundaries with neighboring countries. So with which countries North Korea is sharing boundaries with? Okay. So as if you see this diagram, so this is the North Korea actually. So this is North Korea. Okay. So this is North Korea. So this is China. This is China. This is Russia. This is South Korea. So if as per this map, all the three countries, China, Russia and South Korea, shares borders with North Korea. Hence, option D, that is all the above countries. South Korea, China and Russia shares border with the country North Korea. So North Korea has been in news recently because of various reasons. That is the historic meet between North Korean leader and US president, as well as the easing of relations between North Korea and South Korea, and also further Actually, again, recent increases in the differences between this North Korea and South Korea. So it's chain of circle of events. So in that context, North Korea is important for current affairs. So now we'll move to the next. See the 86th question. So the 86th question: the Manu, Muhuri, Kovai, Gumti, Dharla, Feni, Dudkumar, Apped and News are actually what are these? So these are actually transboundary rivers. Okay. Why these are in use? Because I mean there are about 44 inter-country rivers. Okay, in between India and Bangladesh. So lot of issues are there regarding river water sharing across the across the two countries. So very I mean there is urgent need. There is dire need of the two countries uh, to support to cooperate in the area of water sharing between these two countries. Among the rivers actually. So during the bilateral discussion between India and Bangladesh for treaties on smaller rivers. Okay, India and Bangladesh share 54 rivers, but there is a limited water sharing treaty only on one, that is Ganga only. Even recently, the Teesta water sharing agreement also came up, but there was no concrete agreement on that. So while the center is ready to negotiate with the with the Bangladesh, but the some state governments are not willing to forego their share. Okay, so therefore the small rivers agreement can be a good idea to further the ties between the two countries. So this is very important actually for better what do you call better dealing of issues. So better benefit actually mutual benefiting of the two countries will take place only if have some peaceful or what you call smooth resolution of these water issues. So this map I want to show you the rivers like Gomti. This is the Gomati. Okay, so this is Kovai. So like that, these are, I mean, though we could not able to see the names, but I try to maximize it as zoom as much as I could. So these are all the rivers actually. So this is the almost all the rivers. That is almost all the 54 rivers which traverse through these two countries. So this is the map of that thing. Okay. Uh, so here these are related to rivers only. Okay, rivers. 86 answer is. Now let us see the 36th question. So the question is talking about Bougainville, a newly formed nation, got independence from which of the following countries? So if you see this map, first we will see the map, then we will see the country. Actually, this is Papua New Guinea. Okay, Micronesia, Polynesia. This is all about this Oceania. This is called Oceania. So under this Papua New Guinea is there. So this is actually this island is known as Bougainville Island. So this got actually recently formed nation which got independence from the Papua New Guinea. So this is Papua New Guinea. Earlier it was this Bougainville land is a part of Papua New Guinea. Now it got separated or it got independence from this main Papua New Guinea island. So with Bougainville overwhelming vote for independence from Papua New Guinea, the country has crossed a milestone in the peace process following the civil war. So at the time of civil war, 1990, it was, I mean, uh, taken that maybe because, as per the interest of the local people, the country came at an independence. So that's why this Bougainville went for voting in view of the independence, the need of independence. So many of them voted for independent, separate countries. Okay. So the non-binding referendum to ascertain a preference for either greater autonomy or separate statehood was promised instead in the 2000. So after 1998, the peace agreement, it was there that the people can choose whether they want separate, greater autonomy or separate statehood. So they chose separate statehood. Hence, this Bougainville formed as a separate nation. Hence, here option B is the right answer. Now look into the 46th question. So the question is asking the correct sequence of occurrence of the following cities in Southeast Asia as one proceeds from south to north. So from south is bottom right, south to north, this direction we have to arrange the cities. So Ho Chi Minh City, this is Ho Chi Minh City. Sorry for the, what do you call that, lack of clarity of this, words. Next is, first we see is Ho Chi Minh City. Next is of the given things, Yangon. Yangon or Rangoon is present in Burma. So this is here it is Burma. Next is Bangkok. So Bangkok here it is Bangkok. Next is Vientiane. Vientiane is Laos capital. It is Vientiane here. So if you see this is from south Okay, this is the way. So first is Ho Chi Minh, next is Bangkok, Bangkok is 3, next is Yangon, that is Yangon is 2, next is Vientiane, that is 4. 1324, 1324 is the right answer, option C. Option C is the right answer. Now let us look into the 63rd question. So this is also a map based question. Various islands in the Indian Ocean are given and asked which of them are present in the Indian Ocean. Okay. So if you see this map, so Madagascar, this is Madagascar, an island. Seychelles you can identify. Maldives you can identify. Actually in this map Sri Lanka is not there, but it is located in the it is located south to India. So Sri Lanka is also part of Indian Ocean. Generally, Australia is cannot be considered as okay, Australia. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is correct. Australia generally cannot be considered as a part of Indian Ocean. Why? Because so Australia is considered as separate continent. Okay, it is separate. It is considered a separate continent. It is not considered as a island nation in the Indian Ocean. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 are correct. Hence answer is option C. 44th question. So this question is about a particular country. They have given 4 facts about that a particular country, and they asked about this thing. Okay, it is a former British colony, Giant of Africa. What is the Giant of Africa? The Giant of Africa is given to the country Nigeria. So the answer is Nigeria. Why it is called Giant of Africa? Owing to its large population and economy. It is also considered to be the emerging. So giant means big, right? So big in terms of population and in terms of economy. So and it is considered as an emerging market by the World Bank. So it is an emerging market, not a developing thing. Boko Haram, and the statement is about the West Africa. So West Africa also it is located. So the hints actually here are Boko Haram, West Africa, Africa's largest economy, and Giant of Africa. Though Giant of Africa something some people are not aware of. These three and four are very important in coming to the answer. In coming to the Nigeria as option. So Boko Haram is a jihadist terrorist organization based in the northeastern Nigeria, also active in Chad, Niger, Northern Cameroon. Okay, so that's why Boko Haram is mainly in Nigeria. Next is Nigeria's GDP surpassed that of South Africa about a decade ago. Earlier, South Africa is used to be the largest economy in Africa, but now Nigeria is the biggest. Okay, according to the World Bank, it is an emerging market economy and it is the largest economy in the entire African continent. So the statements given in the above are applicable to the country Nigeria. So answer is Nigeria. 46th question. Consider the following statements about Chagos archipelago. Okay. Now we'll see first what is Chagos archipelago, and next we'll see the question. So Chagos archipelago, this is the country of Mauritius. So about northeast of Mauritius, there is an island, what do you call, a group of islands known as Chagos archipelago. One such island is Diego Garcia. Diego Garcia, sorry, Diego Garcia. This Diego Garcia is presently occupied by U.S. Navy. U.S. Navy, as it is a U.S. Navy base given by UK to given by United Kingdom to US Navy. Actually, this Chagos archipelago is mainly under the control of United Kingdom. Okay, so that's why this Chagos archipelago is a bone of contention. That is, it is there is a kind of what you call contention between Mauritius and UK regarding Chagos archipelago. Mauritius is contending that it is actually belongs to this Mauritius, and because of the incomplete decolonization, still UK is controlling this Chagos archipelago. That's why it has moved to United Nations and also the International Court of Justice. Both ruled in favor of Mauritius, but UK is not accepting. Especially the United Nations decision, it is not being accepted by the United Kingdom. So that is the basic thing. Okay, now we'll see the explanation also. United Nations General Assembly actually by passing a vote, so it demanded that UK withdraw its colonial administration within 6 months after the 6 months after the judgment okay, over the Chagos archipelago in the Indian Ocean in favor of Mauritius. In favor of, it has given in favor of Mauritius. Okay, but UK has not obliged that. That's why in 2019, International Court of Justice had ruled that UK had illegally detached Diego Garcia, okay, from archipelago and split the islands. The ruling, also non-binding, observed that the decolonization of Chagos was incomplete and the UK had obligation to complete the decolonization process. So UK has to come out of the Chagos archipelago. The archipelago is better known for hosting US military base at Diego Garcia. So that I have seen, that I have said, right? So we see the statements. It is a disputed area between Mauritius and UK. That is true. It is a home for Diego Garcia, the US military base. That is also true. Both United Nations and International Court of Justice recognize the sovereign rights of Mauritius over the archipelago. That is also true. And the answer is D. Aspects are very important. Next is it has given a what you call a statement, some statements, and it is asked about which river better suits into the above description. So description based question. It is one of the longest rivers. It flows from south to north. It originates to the south of equator. So this actually exactly fits into the river Nile, because if you see this map, so actually this is the country of continent of Africa, and the equator passes through around this region, just about below this region. So actually it crosses the equator. Okay, it crosses to the equator and flows from south to north. If you see the other options, Amazon, actually Amazon in the case of South America, it flows from west to east. Mississippi also almost like some west to east only. Yangtze Kiang also kind of from west to east only. Nile is the only river which originates in the south and flows towards north. Okay, and joins the Mediterranean Sea. So this is about the river Nile only. So Nile River is the longest river, and it is also called father of African rivers. Okay, it rises south of equator and flows north towards the northeastern Africa to drain into the Mediterranean Sea. Its length is like 6,650 kilometers. It is the longest river. Okay, and the drainage area is also very high. That is like 12,93,000 square kilometers. So that the given description is exactly fits to the case of river Nile and not the other options. Hence option C is the right answer. 32nd question. So 32nd question is about various West African nations and their capitals. Okay. So if you see this thing, this map, through the map, this is a map based question also kind of. So if you understand, if you see the map, you can able to solve this thing. Benin, actually the Benin capital. So the country Benin and its, so if you see, this is the country Benin and this thing, okay, Porto Novo is the capital. So first pair is correct. Next is Gambia. So Gambia, sorry. So Gambia, if you this is the Gambia actually. So Gambia, Banjul. So Banjul actually, this is also true, though it is, I mean, it is very small, but yeah, it is Banjul. Okay, so Banjul, this match is also correct. Next is Guinea. So Guinea, this is country Guinea, and the capital is Conakry. Okay, so this is also true. So first pair, second pair, and third pair are correct. Even in the thing you can see Benin, Porto Novo, Gambia, Banjul, Guinea, Conakry. So all pairs are correct. Option D is the right answer. So these map based questions are important, and one should have the thorough idea about the world map. Next we will move to 37th question is the Oromia and Amhara regions, which are sometimes seen in news, are related to the affairs of. So the answer is here, it is Ethiopia. Okay, Ethiopia. So this is the country map of Ethiopia. This Amhara and also the Oromia are the regions of the are present in the Ethiopia country. So why the question is being asked is because, so the Prime Minister the Prime Minister of Ethiopia was awarded Nobel Peace Prize recently on account of his efforts to suppress or control the ethnic conflicts in Ethiopia. So as we are all aware of the thing that entire Africa is comprising of many tribes or many ethnic complexities. So there are many in almost every country, almost every country is facing ethnic conflicts within the country actually. So see, if you see Sudan actually, Sudan, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, so like that, many countries actually are facing this what do you call civil wars, ethnic conflicts, revolutionary forces. So all these things, so this civil uncertainty, civil unrest, so all these taking place in this entire African, almost entire African countries. So Ethiopia is such country where there are many tribes actually, many communities, ethnic communities living this small country. So within this country there are many ethnic what do you call people, which are trying to exert their dominance. Okay, so the Oromia region is one of the 9 regional states of Ethiopia, the homeland of the Oromo. Okay, that is a Oromo is a kind of ethnic group. Next is Amhara region is one of the 9 ethnic divisions of Ethiopia containing the homeland of the Amhara people, previously known as Region 3. Its capital is Bahirdar. Ethiopia is largest inland body of water, Lake Tana, which is a source of Blue Nile River, is located within Amhara. So the source of, so this is also geographically another important question. So it can be asked like, so Lake Tana is in which country? So Lake Tana is in Ethiopia country. So it is the actually, what is the significance of Lake Tana? Lake Tana is the source of Blue Nile River. So in that way also question can be framed. So the answer for the given question is Ethiopia, hence therefore option A is the right answer. So next we'll move to the question number 39. The question is asking about which of the following countries share border with Gambia. This is very what do you call, confusing, tricky, and very difficult question. I mean, unless you know about the Gambia political, I mean Africa political map and the neighboring countries surrounding Gambia. So this is a map. Okay, it sees like Gambia is formed out of Senegal only. That is, I mean, it was earlier integral part of Senegal only. So the only country which is surrounded by, I mean, which is surrounding Gambia is, the only country which share borders with Gambia is Senegal. So only option A is correct. Mali and Guinea are are not sharing borders with Gambia, but the Senegal. Okay, so here only option A, that is for only one is correct. Hence option A is the right answer. You can pause this video again. You can see this map and you can come to a. So if you see the 32nd question, it is asking about Great Africa. It has given about African Great Lakes, and it is asking the correct answer. That is, which of them are. So some lakes it has given and asking which of them are African Great Lakes. Okay, so if you see this picture, you can be able to answer this question. So there are many lakes which are comprising of the African Great Lakes. So one is Lake Victoria. Okay, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Rukwa, Lake Muru, Lake Malawi, okay, like that. So Lake Koga, Lake Albert, okay, Lake Turkana, Lake Kivu, Lake Edward, so like that. So these are all the part of African Great Lakes. So African Great Lakes are a series of lakes constituting the part of the Rift Valley Lakes in and around the East African Rift. So this is the East African Rift actually. So this East African Rift, they include Lake Victoria, which is the second largest freshwater lake. Next is Lake Tanganyika. So Lake Victoria is there, Lake Tanganyika is there, and also Lake Malawi was 8th largest freshwater lake. So all the given things are part of African Great Lakes. Therefore, answer is option D. So next question is about Africa, two countries, that is Sudan and Ethiopia. Okay, so Sudan is a landlocked country. So no, see, if you see this, Sudan is not a landlocked country. It got borders with Red Sea, so it is open. It is not landlocked. So first statement is wrong. Next is Ethiopia borders with Red Sea to its northeast. So if you see this, Ethiopia is the landlocked country, though it is near to the coast, but it is not open to the coast. It is not open, so it is not a land. It is a landlocked country, we can say. So both statements are wrong. Hence, answer is option D. But why it is in news? Because recently Sudan, earlier, I mean, this female genital mutilation was a what do you call? It is ongoing practice. It is a kind of what do you call? Suppression of women's what do you call, freedom and all those things. So it is recently, because of the agitation and all those, because of change in regime, this genital mutilation has done away with. So on this aspect, this question was framed. Okay, here answer is option.
Next is consider the following places sometimes seen in news. Okay, so in this, let's see, first is Catalonia. Catalonia is in Spain actually. That is true. Catalonia's drive, what is in news is the news is Catalonia's drive for independence plunged Spain into its biggest political crisis. So Catalonia is a area, it is a semi-autonomous area in the Spain, in the country of Spain, where the people are demanding for autonomy, complete independence. Okay, this has resulted in political crisis actually in that area. So resulting in suspension of the autonomy in that region by the Spain, that the Madrid government. Okay, that is the news actually. Next, Andalusia in Portugal. This is not true. Andalusia is also a part in the Spain region only. Next is Lagos. Lagos is in Nigeria only. One of the biggest city in Nigeria. Lagos is one of the biggest city in Nigeria. So this is also true. 1 and 3. Okay. 1 and 3 are correct here.
Now we'll move to the question number 10. So it is asking about Gibraltar. So three statements are given and asked which of them are correct. So if you see the picture, then you could be easily I mean understand the thing and answer the question. You can easily able to do that. So Gibraltar, this is actually Gibraltar. It is a part of the Iberian Peninsula, which is located in the southwestern part of the Europe. Okay, even Spain, the country Spain also comes a part of the Iberian Peninsula. The question asked is about it. First statement: it is a British overseas territory. This is true actually. This is Gibraltar. Though, I mean, though it is, I mean, it is near to Spain. It is not actually part of the Spain. It is related to the UK actually. So, though it got a separate autonomy, separate Gibraltar got separate autonomy, but the defense and external affairs are controlled by United Kingdom. Even these are under the monarchy of UK. So that's why they are called as British Overseas Territories. So Gibraltar is a British Overseas Territory. It is located at the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula. This is also true, right? This Iberian Peninsula is a broad thing. So it is located in the southern tip. The Strait of Gibraltar is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. So the Strait of Gibraltar is this thing. It is actually connecting the Atlantic Ocean with the Mediterranean Sea. This is the Atlantic Ocean. This is the Mediterranean Sea, and it passes between the countries of Spain and Morocco. Morocco is in Africa. Spain is in Europe. Okay, it is one of the busiest shipping lanes because all the southern European countries and North African countries will get the connectivity with the North America and South America through this Atlantic Ocean. So hence all the above statements are correct. Option D is the right answer.
Next, we will see 63rd question. 63rd question. Consider the following description. Okay, it has given some statements and asked about this, the country which suits, I mean, which fits into all these statements. Okay, description, all the description. Okay, so uh, it has. So first we will see actually. So we'll see. Okay, so it has Caribbean Sea to its north. So this is the Caribbean Sea. So Caribbean Sea to the north. Okay, actually the answer is Venezuela. Venezuela. So we'll see how. Okay, so for the Caribbean Sea lies north to Caribbean Sea lies north to Venezuela. So that is true. Okay, next it has world's largest known oil reserves. So Venezuela actually, because of the abundant natural thing, actually forests and natural resources, rich in natural resources, so it has got the world's largest known oil resource. That is also true, which are actually state owned. Okay, next is it is home for world's largest waterfalls. Okay, this is also important. Actually, world's largest waterfall, Angel Falls, also is in this state of Venezuela. Angel is also in the state of Venezuela. So the country has extremely high biodiversity and is ranked 7th in the world's list of nations with most number of species. Okay. Uh, so in that way, it has got one of the largest diversity. Okay. Next is Angel Falls. Okay. Uh, is a waterfall in Venezuela. It is the world's highest uninterrupted waterfall with a height of about 979 meters. So this is the home for world's highest waterfalls. Right now, reeling under severe political and economic crisis under Nicolas Maduro's government. So which is also true. Okay. So this is true in case of true for Venezuela. So all these are applicable to the country Venezuela. Okay.
Now look into the 96th question. So which of the following countries are part of CARICOM group? So CARICOM group is, sorry, here actually it should be like Oceania. It is not, it missed actually, so it's okay. So the question is about 96. So it is about CARICOM group. So CARICOM related question has already come earlier, but the demand of the question was different earlier. Now the question demand here is different. But this Caribbean community is very important current affairs because recently the India is trying to collaborate with this CARICOM group. What is this CARICOM? CARICOM is Caribbean Community. It is an organization of 15 Caribbean nations. So Caribbean Sea, the nations are around Caribbean Sea. So that is between the North America and the South America. This Caribbean countries, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, even this what do you call the small island nations, all these things. This actually, sorry, this Guatemala, Honduras that comes under Latin America. Mainly these island groups, island nations are the Caribbean countries actually, not the Latin American countries, not exactly the Latin American countries. So these island nations in this Caribbean, in and around Caribbean Sea, that is the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so that is this Caribbean countries. Okay, this West Indies, the cricket and West Indies cricket team. Okay, that is also from this Caribbean countries. Okay, so yeah, and it is an organization of 15 Caribbean nations and dependencies having primary objectives to promote economic integration and cooperation among its members and to ensure the benefits of integration are equitably shared and to coordinate foreign policy. So it is like a cooperative group actually. So economic cooperation, economic integration. So a mutual benefit, mutual economic benefit. That is the objectives of this Caribbean community. The organization was established in the year 1973. Objectives are coordinating economic policies, development planning, devising and instituting special projects for the less developed countries within the jurisdiction. That is the jurisdiction. Okay, so this is wrong. Operating as a regional single market for many of its members, and that is a CARICOM single market as meant to be established and handling regional trade disputes. The Secretariat headquarters is in Georgetown, Guinea. CARICOM is an official United Nations observer. So this is in brief about this CARICOM group. So if you see the options, the Southeast Asia countries is located in Asia, it is wrong. African countries, the CARICOM is not related to African. This Oceania is actually related to Micronesia, Polynesia, okay, Fiji. So that is the countries which are present between Asia and the Australia, that islands. So that is Oceania. So but CARICOM is around the north, in between North America and South American continents. So therefore none of the given, I mean, ABC are right. So option D, that is none of the, I mean, none of the above is the correct answer. So let us look into the question number 64. So 64 is about country of Bolivia. So where is Bolivia? So Bolivia is a country in South America. Okay, it is a interior country in the South America. It is almost landlocked country. Okay, so it is a member of Organization of American States and Mercosur, not CARICOM. CARICOM is actually Caribbean community, which is this Caribbean community comprised of members in the Caribbean Sea region. Okay, so that is around this region, Okay, so hence Bolivia is not a member of CARICOM. You can eliminate all these things, and these two are correct actually. So hence option B is the right answer. Okay, option B is the right answer.